going to do one question at a time ideally, but 2 brief ones are fine too. And then you can go to the back of the line if you have even more. So I know. All right, well, go ahead.
All right,
go ahead, sir.
Thank you for coming. My question is there going to be a V3, season 3?
No, sorry. I know, it's, you know, it happens, right? All these shows get canceled, but there'll be other things.
Okay, and the second question, at the end of season 2 on the V, it ended with all the motherships coming to invade Earth. What do you think in your opinion, how the story should end?
Well, clearly Anna takes over the world, right?
Yeah! All right. Thank you.
Hello, you're gorgeous. Thank you for coming. I was just wondering if I could come give you a hug.
Oh, sure.
There will be no other hugs, by the way. This is the one token hug. Yeah, I was going to say. Keep it together, people. All right. Thank you for that question. Go ahead.
My name's Yolanda. You are amazing at everything I've seen you in.
Thank you.
Yes, Firefly is my favorite, and I know that you loved each other as a cast, and I know you also probably wanted to kill each other more often than not. And I'm sure that being around those guys and everybody turned into a practical joker at different times. So I want to know what is the best joke you played on somebody, remember? And then what was the just best overall joke that anybody played on anybody during the list?
You're asking me to recall 12 years ago. I wasn't much of a practical joker in those days because I was young and impressionable and naive, and it was my first show and I was petrified, and I was too busy getting hazed by Nathan Fillion. So I can tell you, I think Nathan, one of the best practical jokes that Nathan pulled on Alan, which I think you guys have heard by now probably, is putting Vaseline on his trailer door so he could not open his trailer door. It's pretty funny to watch. And Nathan, to me, would constantly be complimentary and say really, really nice things, and how, you know, about how impressed he was with my work and how great of an actor I was and how he believed it, and that he was so proud of me and thought I was great. If you like eating horse shit. That's what he did every day. And I fell for it every time. Every time. Just when I'd be like, stop it, you're going to say that thing. Then he'd keep going and keep going and keep going, and finally like, wow, thank you, finally. And then he'd drop the
A lot of us ended up thinking that Firefly was kind of cut short, so to speak.
Sort of, yeah.
What other show do you feel on television you feel got cut short and that you'd really like to be able to see another season?
Oh, that's a really good question. I could have watched more Friends. I haven't been 10 seasons, but I could have watched more of that. I really like that show. What else? What do you guys think? Is there something else? Dollhouse? Yeah, that's good. Freaks and Geeks. Freaks and Geeks is great.
Undeclared.
Which one? Arrested Development, yes.
It's coming back. Calm down.
Don't get this too long. Come on. Spin-off after spin-off. Sometimes you gotta lay things to rest.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, I was just wondering which was your favorite character or favorite actor to work with in Firefly?
That's impossible to answer. Not only that, I will get murdered by the others if I say a name. No, really, truly, everybody was such a pleasure to work with. Summer was okay, but everybody else was great.
Welcome to Geek Central. Of all the roles you played, what would be your choice role? Like, what's the one that you look at and go, damn, I want to play that. I would love to do that role. What would that be?
That I haven't played?
Yeah.
I really loved Silver Linings Playbook, and I would have loved to have had a stab at the Jennifer Lawrence character in that. That was really great. What else did I like this season? There's so many roles that I just want to play, but a lot of them are Shakespearean characters, but that would be a contemporary one, yeah.
I was recently watching an episode of The Flog, and I saw you in the background in Australia.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And I was wondering if you had any fun stories from Australia, if you had a good time.
I did. I had the best time. I actually had such a good time that I went back again. I guess that one was from November, but I'd gone in April as well, earlier in the year. I loved it. I had a blast. Australians are the nicest people, and it is a country with so much to offer, so much beauty and food and, you know, amazing things to see and do. So I had a total blast, and it was great to hang out with Felicia. We hadn't seen each other in so long, and we had a really, really good time. Thanks.
Hi, I wanted to ask, what was the most fun you've ever had on set? Be it Firefly or Stardate or anything else? What was the best time you've ever had?
Firefly was probably the best time as a whole that I ever had on set. Everybody would hang out together between stuff and joke around, and especially when Sean was particularly funny, it was so great because he's so not somebody you would expect to have a great sense of humor. You know, he's so serious and looks so great all the time that you don't expect him to be goofy, and he was very goofy. I'm trying to think if there are any stories that I remember, but it's just so long ago. We need to shoot a few more episodes so we can come back and tell you guys fresh stories.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
I actually got in line when that guy asked to give you a hug because I thought maybe I could jump on that bandwagon, but it didn't work out, so I'm going to ask a question instead.
Okay, I'll give you an existential hug.
I wanted to know if you have any female heroes, and not in the conventional sense of everyday work, but like any superheroes or anything in a fantasy world that you, a female that you aspire to be.
There are a lot of amazing women out there. That's a hard question to think of on the spot, but yeah, no, it's good. I like to think. You know, I think I'm most impressed by just everyday people who do extraordinary things to make the world a better place, or to help their families, or to, you know, I'm constantly meeting amazing people and traveling and at conventions, you know, people who do great things for charity, for a cause, and those are people whose voices don't get heard a lot, but who are behind the scenes making it better for people, and I love those people that inspire me.
Thank you. I love it.
Thank you.
You did voice Black Canary in Justice League.
Yes.
She's pretty super heroic.
Thanks.
In V, you had a lot of dialogue in a lot of different languages, so I was just wondering if you could speak to what that experience was like. Were there any surprises or any interesting moments in working with a multilingual character like that?
Yeah, I was always asking the producers, like, why don't you write something in Portuguese, for God's sakes? I speak Portuguese, and Arabic, and Italian, and Chinese, and, you know, Japanese, and I had to just phonetically learn all that stuff. It was really, really hard. And I'm sure I butchered everything. I apologize to anybody who speaks those languages. But it was insane, yeah.
Hello again.
Hi.
Hi.
No, I will not kiss you.
Wasn't my question. She would want. I mean, anyway. I would love to see you in like the next Dr. Horrible sing-along vlog.
I would love to. The only problem is I'm not a great singer. I would love to do it. So as long as you guys forgive the singing, I'm there.
Don't worry.
Okay, great. Let's do it.
Hi, my question is, if Joss brought Firefly back, hopefully, would you play Inara in it again?
Yeah.
How did you get started in acting?
I went to a high school of performing arts in New York called LaGuardia, And I applied initially because it was really great academically, and it would enable me to go to a better college. My mom is an actress, and I grew up around the arts, and so I kind of knew that was there and thought that that was sort of normal. That's what most people did, and I didn't particularly think it was for me. And then I was really shy as well as a kid, and I started acting class in high school, and it was from the moment of my first class, I realized that was what I wanted to do, and there was nothing else for me to do. I couldn't concentrate on anything else.
Best bottom line. Hi.
Hi.
So you have a lot of fans here, and I'm wondering if you've had an experience meeting someone that you admire where you just were flustered or, you know, went away from it going, I wish I hadn't said that, or...
I'm sure I put my foot in my mouth many times. I can't remember a specific time now.
Is there a person who might make you do that? Do you know?
Yeah, a lot of people. I probably wouldn't be able to talk if I got near Ryan Gosling.
Thank you.
I was just saying that to my husband. That's right there. He forgets me.
With the next line of horror movies coming out in the future, are you interested in playing one of those roles over the next few years?
I would love to. I guess, you know, somebody would have to ask me.
Oh, well, what role, what character would you like to play the most?
Which character? That's so hard, come on. I don't know, what would you like to see me play? Wonder Woman? That'd be pretty fun.
Wonder Woman.
I love Catwoman, but she's been done too many times.
Black Cat.
What?
Black Cat. Black Cat.
I don't know Black Cat. Who's Black Cat? Oh, I gotta check that out.
Hi, well, since your husband's here, I guess I can't propose to you, but...
Yeah, I just have to say no.
Yeah, I don't know, I think there's a chance. My question is, what's next for you?
Homeland Season 3.
Can you tell us any spoilers?
To be honest, I don't know, and I don't think anybody else knows. They just went back into the writer's room a couple weeks ago, and they're just trying to figure out how the hell they're going to get themselves out of that corner they painted themselves into at the end of Season 2. So, yeah, I don't know.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
First off, I want to say I love Jana.
Thank you.
She's one of my favorite. Do you have any cool stories from when you were on How I Met Your Mother?
I love working on that show. It was really, really fun. I was, I think everybody thought I was a little crazy on that set because I was playing a crazy person and all of my lines were completely bananas and they were all just kind of looking at me like, who is this girl? But it was really fun. Everybody was so nice and I had a blast on it, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi. I love watching Josh's characters just throughout their careers and following them, and I love it when they come and interact with each other again in something completely different and Josh related. Is there anybody that you would like to see again if you haven't already, or something yet?
Another of his characters?
Yeah, like.
It would be.
That'd be great. You know, sharing a Q&A.
It's just my grandmother from Brazil.
I would have liked to have heard that conversation.
I don't think so. I would love to see Kaylee interacting with like somebody on Buffy, maybe. Right? It would be. She would just be so practical and annoyed by them.
Thank you.
Hey.
Hi.
You mentioned earlier that you like Shakespearean roles. What's your favorite that you've played or would like to play?
I haven't gotten to play that many great Shakespeare characters. I would love to play Juliet, but I think it's a little beyond me. Cleopatra.
Hi there. So I love you on Homeland. Awesome show. And I was wondering, in the show, you have a sort of adversarial relationship with Kevin Matheson, and to a certain degree, Brody, your husband. How does that affect your relationship with them in real life when you're not on the set or working on the scene?
It doesn't at all. We all get along really, really well. Claire's become a really close friend. Damien and I work together really nicely, and we all live in the same building in Charlotte, and we're away from, our loved ones and family and friends, and so we often will have dinner parties together and hang out and just bitch about stuff. It's really nice. Thanks.
Is there a story, a play, a character that you watch to see if there's a screenplay coming so that you can jump on it? Because it is something you want, but it's not there yet?
Yeah, there are a lot of stories that I'm inspired by, or that I read, articles in the New Yorker or in the paper or whatever, and stories that you hear about in the news and things that you get inspired by. There's nothing I'm particularly watching for, but I do have things that I would love to do, and hopefully they'll come together. Thanks.
Well, this is my question, but it gets overlooked so much. I just want to say you were